Okay, this is a 82 inch or 85 inch. I'll double check. Samsung TV. What it does, once you plug it in, it turns on. The backlight comes on for 1 second, it flash, and then it stays on for a period of 5 seconds, and the whole system shuts down. And it repeats that over and over. You can hear the motherboard clicking. And that is it. Now, there's a short, I believe, and this TV does not have a T-Con board. For everybody out there, I've heard this so many times. Every TV has a T-Con board. T-Con board, T-Con. No, it doesn't. A lot of these Samsung TVs do not have T-Con board. As you can see, main board, power supply. Let me zoom out to get a better picture. And the signal goes straight into the panel. Okay, so technically this would be the T-Con board built into the panel. So the short is in the panel. Now, I'm going to isolate the panel to show you real quick. The panel. TV's coming on and off. I'm going to unplug it. Okay. Isolate the power. Remove the main board from the T-Con strip or straight panel, as you can see. All right, plug it back in, and it stays on this time. As you can see, it gives you that flash, and then it stays on. Stays on. So the short, well, it's on. Just see, you heard the chime. So the board is detecting a short in the panel. Somewhere along this circuitry is a short, and I'm going to try to isolate the short. I could use the infamous tape method. I'm going to see if I could isolate the short and find the short first. If I can't, then I'm going to use the tape method and show you guys the result afterwards. I'll pause and come back. Okay, I ended the video. I wasn't sure of my orientation recording this, so I didn't want both of the videos to be upside down or anything like that. But for the TVs that do not have a T-Con board, to isolate which side of the T-Con board you probably have a short on, most of the time you have these. Okay, and on the other side, and on the other side, there will be another one like this. So I'm going to plug the cable back into the main board. I'm going to remove this side. Okay, disconnect this from power source from here, and I'll disconnect from this side. Okay, just isolate this side first and see if anything happened. Then afterwards, if it doesn't make a difference. So I'm going to isolate the cable, remove this cable to see if this side of the panel stopped the reboot cycle. If it doesn't, I'm connecting it back, and then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Remove that one to see if this side isolate the reboot cycle. So whatever side isolated the reboot cycle, you know where the short is, and then I could focus my attention on the circuitry on whatever side causing the short. Is going to be very likely one of these lovely resistors. Now, I'm not sure which one. It's going to be a process to figure out one of these circuits. This is my first time diving this deep into one of them, but I'm going to figure it out. Okay, the problem is actually on the, if the TV's facing me, I'll be on the left side. If I'm facing the TV, let's put it like this, the left side. So this side here was fine. I disconnected, still had the same reboot problem. Okay, still had the same reboot problem, so I reconnected and I disconnected this side here. This one. After I disconnect this one, the TV turned on, sound came on, and I'm gonna try to lift it up to let you see a visual. No, this TV is too flimsy. I'm gonna show you the screen. As you can see, the screen is on. We have image. The TV is working. Now, if I look on the other side, the opposite side will probably be half black. Depending on how the panel's set up, maybe it might be fully functional, but the short is on the other side. Okay, as we can see, the other side of the panel, yep, is black. So I need to focus my time on these right here. So from this over here is a short. Need to find the short in which one of these, do some measurements, do some testing, then replace the defective component. Very likely it's probably a resistor or a diode, and then go from there. If that doesn't work, I can always use the tape method to isolate this stream to find out which one of them and go from there. But anyways, I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to try to lift this TV up without breaking it. So flimsy. It's so flimsy. So fragile. So fragile and flimsy. If I could bring this up. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy. Yeah. Half of the screen from here, right here, is not working. Okay. Yeah, there's no way I could show you guys this. See, does it? Okay. It comes out just a little bit over here. Okay, let me see if I can get this in. Now, if you look, see the picture stops right here. That's the line. Okay, this side of the screen is black. This side here, all the way over here, is fully functional, perfectly fine. So the problem's on this side of the panel. Now I need to find which one of them is causing the problem, and then this TV should be fixed. Now, if you look, see the picture stops right here. That's the line. Okay, this side of the screen is black. This side here, all the way over here, is fully functional, perfectly fine. So the problem's on this side of the panel. Now I need to find which one of them is causing the problem, and then this TV should be fixed. On the screen now, see this side, Drew? This side is the one that has the problem. Yep. All right. All right. Okay, the TV's working. I've isolated the problem. So far, I was about to replace the components, but then I decided against it. But I've isolated the problem to this area right here. Okay, this area right here. So what I did is I used the tape method. Now on the board, as you can see, there's a lot of circuitries, a lot of little lines that's going in. Now I'm going to flip this around so you can see what it looks like. I used the tape method and I isolated these 7 right here, or 8. I'm going to shrink it down a little more because I feel like I took a little too much. But these, well, it's more than 8. 15 connectors on this side here. I isolated all of them. Now I'm going to shrink it down to find which one this is specifically. But that's what I did, and the TV is now working. Okay. This is the contacts I taped. That solved my problem. 1 second. This is it right here. I taped these here, as you can see, the clear tape is on top of them. You can't see that very well, but see where the tape starts right here. Okay, so I isolated everything on the opposite side of this big connector right here. So it looks about 12 connectors. I'm gonna bring it down a little more to see which one it is, and we'll be back. Okay, amendment to the video. After several minutes, probably a good 15-10 minutes of trial and error, of trying different side of this circuit right here to see which one to tape off, and I ended up having to tape off the whole section like I did before, the whole 16 or 14 pins. Okay, this section here. When I did just the middle, I got picture, but there was lines all over it. The TV worked, but there was lines all over it. When I did just the first 6, TV didn't want to work. So the problem is primarily on this side of the circuit, this side of the board. When I did just the middle section here, okay, I got it working, but still I had a couple lines. So I decided to just go ahead and do the whole 12 circuits or whatever it is right here, as you can see. And it's on the bottom. It's on the bottom of your left-hand side. Left-hand side. That's where my problem was. And it's the edge going this way. And it's fixed. TV's functioning. When I put it back together, I'll give you a picture or video. I was going to replace the resistors myself, but this ended up being way easier, and it worked. All right, got it working. Got the remote program. Remote only responds from this side. Okay, that is. All right, and that is success.
Please.
I'll be quiet.
We've seen it already. You guys too long go purchase.
Go to, okay, we'll set it up.